Hey YouTube, this is Sean with GRIFFIN RC Planes. So, about a month ago, yesterday, I said I'll give this jet to somebody. This is new in the box. I opened it to see if there was any damage when I first got it. I slid it out, pulled a few things out, put it back. Never been assembled, never been flown. It's basically brand new, sitting in that box. I said I'd give it away when we hit 1,000 subscribers, and then we would talk about how the rules would go down, you know, to make it fair for everybody. You know, I can't draw a name out of the 1,000 because someone could have subscribed and never, you know, seen the channel again. You know, so we would figure out some way to make it fair, and I'll stick to my word. If this thing's 5 years old, I'll still give it away. But that's how it's looking. Okay. When I said that, my channel was only, I'm just guessing real quick, 2 months old. I started November 16th of 2021. And when I said I'd give it away, we had roughly 29 subscribers, something like that. Well, look here, I can't say thank you enough. In the past 28 days alone, and I've chose 28 days, is because that's how the brackets are broken into what I can see, you know, as far as the stats go. You know, the past 7, the past 14, the past 28, and then it goes 60, 90, or you got to pick custom dates. So I just went with the 28. And I'm going to flash up 8 different pieces of paper that you guys can pause on and look, just in case if you're curious. What it boils down to is there's so much information on here that it's going to take me a while to learn what you guys want to see. Okay. First, thank you so much. 36 subscribers in 28 days. I mean, that is phenomenal. You know, it took 2.5 months to get almost that many. So I guess what I'm doing is working. You know, it's working, and I'll just bounce around a little bit. So 36 subscribers in the last 28 days, and 4 unsubscribed. Okay, and this is really big right here. That 78.1% out of the 32 that stayed with us out of the 36. They typed in basically the title of my description of a video. You know, they were looking for help exactly for this thing. So they typed it in. So it wasn't like they randomly found one of my videos and clicked play. They were searching for something that I or somebody else have shared with you. You know, so you know, you're looking for it. Well, out of 78.1% of the people, 25 subscribed, which I thank you so much. I can't say thank you enough. But that 78.1% is 1,426 views. So out of 1,400, if half would have subscribed, that'd be 760 something, you know. So that's why I said I'd give this thing away, because I'm seeing 1,000 views a month, and now we've got 3,006 views in 28 days total. So out of 3,006 views, if a third would have subscribed, we would have been at 1,000 in 28 days. So I just don't understand exactly why you have to put out so much before you can get something back in return as far as a subscriber. And I'm going to learn that. All right. I'm probably going to have to take some night college classes to figure out how to learn it, but I'll learn it. Here's a map of the geography where the viewers are coming from. 1,793 views were in the United States. India had 141. Thank you, India. The United Kingdom had 18. Thank you, United Kingdom. And then, man, I can't pronounce it right. Shazeknia had a solid 11, and Canada 10. So thank you guys. Thank you so much. Here's a big one that I want to do for you guys. Okay. The age range between 55 and 64 is the biggest subscriber and the biggest viewing audience. I mean, by a long shot. I mean, this, you probably can't see this graph, but 8 times as much compared to others. The next runner-up is 65 and over. So the biggest audience is 55 to 64. The second biggest is 65 years old. The third biggest is 25 to 34, and the fourth biggest is 35 to 44. So now I've got to figure out what my 55 and up want to see, and how do you guys want to see it. That's what I've got to focus on, because that's the majority, you know. So that's just something I want to work on. Here's another thing real quick. This is another big thing that I was saying. 953 views out of the 3,006 typed in a title of my video to the T. You know, if I said something like replacement landing gear on the Extra, they had to have typed, how do I replace the landing gear, or my landing gear broke on my Extra. They had to be within a close range of matching my title description, like close. Like if you were off by a couple words, you wouldn't have found me. So thank you for finding something I did, but click subscribe. That's all I'm asking. It's free, and it's on your phone, or your computer, whatever. It's red. It's a square. Just click it. You've got to be logged in. And that's not too hard to do nowadays, because Google has made it to where you've got to be logged in for everything. You know, and another thing, if you're subscribed, then you don't have to search for anything I've done. You'll just, as I do something new, it'll just pop up. You'll see, Sean did this today or yesterday. You know, so that can be really helpful for both of us. So subscribe, and then you can kind of keep up with my world. And it's going to get better. You know, there's going to be a little bit more outside of this room pretty soon. And you know, like, I'm going to introduce you guys to my dog. All right, guys, meet Brutus. Boo boo. Hey. That's my boo boo right there. He's 11 years old now. He's a Basenji mix. I got him off of Craigslist. His brother was there with him. I tried to go back and get his brother the next day, and he was already gone. My Brutus right there is an awesome dog. He's awesome. You'll see more of him.
Can I have a piggy? Can I have your piggy? Oh, let me have your little piggy wiggy. You're a sweet boy. Boo-boo's your sweet boy. Can I have your piggy? No. Would you mind sharing your piggy with me? No. Oh. You wouldn't eat me, would you? Can I have your piggy wiggy? Let me see them pearly whites.
Tonight that I have to negotiate with. Trust me, I do. Like, he's looking at me saying, Dad, we're going to play Piggy here in a minute, and you told me 30 minutes, and it's like that. So the 953 out of 3006 typed in something very, very, very close to my title. The second runner-up is they've used a browser, you know, on whatever, if it's Google or Safari or you know, Firefox or whatever it is, or just the search bar at the top of the computer. They typed in, how do I fix this landing gear on this plane, and found me that way. So out of that 569, one subscribed. So thank you for that one. Let's get it up 100 this time, you know, in the next 28 days. All right, and then here's a biggie right here. The subscription status for the past 28 days, like I said, 3,006 views. So 3,006 of my videos have been watched. If it was the same one for 3,006 times, or if it was a combination of whatever, 3,006 in the past 28 days. 564 were subscribed. 2,442 weren't subscribed. So out of that 2,442, if 40% would have subscribed, we'd be at 1,000. This would be in the mailbox to somebody that quick. Here's another one. That this is how you're watching me on what kind of device. Okay, the Android is number one. That's you know, you either got an Apple phone or an Android phone or a Google phone. I could be wrong, but that's the main players, you know, where you're watching YouTube on your phone. Android is winning, followed by Windows. So that's computer. And that's not handheld. That's your laptop or something. Windows. And then Roku, which is the streaming players that you watch your home TV on. You know, instead of a cable box or a DVD player or something like that, it's your Roku. That's how you watch TV. It's basically turning your TV into a small laptop, but you can only see apps. You know, you can only watch your YouTube or your Amazon movies, or you know, your other National Geographic or something. You know, that's a way for you to watch stuff like that. And then the next runner-ups are Macintosh, which is Apple computers. I'm not all that knowledgeable on Apple computers at all. And the next runner-up on that is Smart TV. And then followed by that is the Amazon Fire Stick. And that's how I personally watch TV, and that's how I've watched it for as long as I can remember now. I personally haven't paid for cable in over 20 years. I've got an antenna on all 4 of my TVs, and I do live in a city, and that helps. And I pick up probably 30 crystal clear HD channels. And then I have my Fire Stick TV, which is kind of like the Roku. It's a little box. It plugs directly in the back of your TV. Then you have a remote on your coffee table, and that's it. And then you turn it on, and you select what app. And it's only apps that play video or TV, such as YouTube or or Amazon movies and stuff. Amazon is who makes the Fire Stick. That's how I watch TV. Trying to get my dad to start doing that. Dad. And then this is one that I'm really going to study, and a couple things have jumped out on me, and this is dates on what days videos get watched more than others. The weekends are the leaders. So I know that most of you are watching on the weekends. I also see that it's mainly in the evenings on the weekends. But I've also seen a dramatic dive down since this crap in Ukraine started. Big time. I went back to the last 60 days, and the graph was just slowly creeping up, slowly, hills and valleys, and in the past 2 weeks or so, it's valley. And I think that is because there's so much bullcrap going on, and it sucks. Trust me, I kind of lose sleep over this shit. But it sucks, and it's got the YouTube and the whole internet, everything. It's flooded social media. It's flooded YouTube, and I think that is playing a big part in why we're not at a 100 right now. I remember about a week ago I said I think we're going to hit 100 in 4 or 5 days, and that's because it was going 38, 42, 45, 50. I'm like, golly, 53, 56. And then I saw 68, and then the next day it was 69, and then I saw 70 for a split second, and then someone unsubscribed. So we were like 5, 6 a day, bam, 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 and then it just stopped. And that's because people are watching other things. So I'm gonna flash all this stuff up, so in case you guys want to watch it. This is just a smidgen of the pie of the information that I have to go through to figure out what I'm doing wrong, what I'm doing good, what you guys like, what you don't like. I also need comments, guys. I need suggestions. I need questions, and I don't mind constructive criticism at all. Just keep it nice, Somebody made a comment saying, I blew something out of the water and made a big deal over nothing. And, that person felt that way. Some other people said it wasn't quite long enough. If you spent 5 more minutes on this one little spot, so it's, you got to try to balance everything out. And I want to do this, and I want to get back. And I told myself I'm going to put a solid year into it. And I'm improving. That's a fact. Hey, 3 months ago, man, I didn't know how to record a video. I thought you had to take the SD card out of the camera and put it in the side of the computer every single time. I'm like, this thing's going to wear out. Then I learned you don't have to do that. Okay. Then I bought new cameras. Then I learned how to use lighting. Then I learned how to adjust the camera, so it doesn't look all blue. And so I'm coming a long ways, and I feel like I'm going rather quickly. So I'm going to continue what I'm doing. If you guys continue what you're doing, we got something coming up at 100 people, and it's going to be worth it, and someone's going to be happy. I wish we had 1,000. In the past 28 days, we could have had 1,000 3 times. So, hey, look here, guys. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. If it wasn't for you guys, I would have sold these cameras on eBay a month ago. As much as I like eBay, I would have. All right, hey, subscribe, click like, leave me a comment, give me a suggestion. And until next time, you'll see me here. Thank you, guys.